Imaginations soar during full moon as glowing luminaries light up the night.
We have processionals and people wander through town and they all land here in this beautiful, spectacular array of light and creativity.
The foolishness continues as the festival parade marches down Main Street.
Today is the 8th annual Festivals event in downtown Ann Arbor. We've had the community building all these puppets and come together to dance and play and just have a good time.
As life-size puppets fill the downtown, madness ensues. And unique designs are aplenty.
I saw a big dragon. There's a giant rabbit floating around that's awesome. And there's a lot of jellyfish, too, I'm seeing.
Definitely the lobster. There is a balloon lobster, a full lobster suit made entirely of balloon.
They're sort of fairly realistic three-dimensional figures, and the faces and the heads are quite entertaining.
Ann Arbor rocks.
It's awesome.
FYI is no stranger to the Rolling Sculpture Car Show, so this year we decided to highlight the not-so-classic cars, the kooky vehicles with a little something extra.
I have a 1989 Chrysler LeBaron convertible that's been covered in mosaic tile in an artistic manner. I was up north on vacation and saw the car in front of a restaurant we were at and bought a raffle ticket. I loved the car. And a few months later they called me. They said, "You won the car." I was like, really? I mean, who wins cars?
By popular demand, there was one more car that we had to see. Bob Elton's 30s-inspired vehicle, made and designed by Bob himself.
I built this car from scratch. I've worked in the car industry for almost 50 years now, and I finally decided to make one for myself. People are always asking what kind of a car this is. And then you tell them you made it yourself, and they say, "Well, where did you get the frame?" And they say, "Well, I made the frame." "Well, where'd you get the body?" "I made the body." "Who designed it?" "I designed it."
For more information on the Rolling Sculpture Car Show, visit mainstreetannarbor.org. For FYI, I'm Felicia Smith.
The Union Baseball Club of Dexter is not your ordinary baseball team. They throw a unique twist on America's pastime.
We strive to put on what we believe is an accurate display of how they would have played baseball in the 19th century when the 1860s is about when the game was becoming a organized game played by adults. Prior to that, it was played by children. So we're kind of recreating the origins of baseball when it was, becoming popular.
From a distance, the game looks the same, but the rules have definitely changed.
The main thing you'll notice is we don't use gloves at all. In general, there's no protection.
No gloves and then no sliding and then no spitting. But what I like about it is it's supposed to be a gentlemanly sport. So we've got no drugs, we've got no salary caps, we've got guys that are playing pretty much just because we love it.
The Homegrown Festival is molding the way people buy and eat locally grown food by introducing patrons to farmers and chefs creating delicious, nutritious meals.
It's a celebration. Really, it focuses on local food, but it's a celebration of all things local, live music, fun family activities, food, lots of food tastings, food vendings, food demos.
The really important thing about eating local food is understanding exactly what you're putting in your mouth. You get what it is. You understand where it's coming from, what's happened to that food in its preparation. To know where your food comes from is really important. That creates health for the individual and collectively for the community.
Not only do chefs prepare meals for consumption, local farms sample an unusual crop of heirloom vegetables.
I'm really looking forward to the tomato tasting, so I love all the different heirloom tomatoes they have, so I want to go check that out before I leave. And I hear there's a garlic demo.
There's all sorts of interesting things, and usually they choose things that are extra tasty to bring people in, so some extra yummy stuff. It's just fun and exciting.
And enjoying the fall harvest in the open-air market takes a lot of help. About 200 volunteers.
There's so many people here that are helping in so many different ways. The food demos, the music, the beer tents, like everything that happens is staffed by a volunteer.
They can just come down with their family, have some good food from a place that they don't frequent necessarily, enjoy some new music, just participate, and that's the celebration.
I'd like to thank all the people that make this production possible. Our director, Rob Cross. Audio and replay by Greg McDonald. Graphics by Dana Denha. And our camera guys out there battling the elements, Chris Mason, Joe Dinda, Chad Green, and Jason Broniak. Thanks, guys, for all your great work. Well, Lozon will take the snap for Skyline. And he will take the knee. And that will run out the clock. And Skyline will come away with the 40-21 victory here at Riverbank Stadium. Thoughts, Nick?
I mean, it was a great game. It was a lot of fun. Both teams accomplished something with it. Obviously, Skyline comes away with a win, but Huron won that second half, so they can hold their heads high on this homecoming Friday. But again, Skyline playing homecoming spoilers here.
And as the teams meet at midfield for the traditional handshake, once again, the final score, Skyline 40 and Huron 21 here on City TV Sports.
Good evening. I am Sally Allen, member of the League of Women Voters of the Ann Arbor area. I welcome you to this candidate forum. Tonight we will be hearing from candidates for mayor. The general election will be on Tuesday, August 5th. The League of Women Voters is pleased to be sponsoring these forums. The League is a nonpartisan grassroots organization. Our membership is open to all persons over 18 years of age. We invite you to join us. Membership information is available on our website, lwvannarbor.org. The League does not support candidates or parties. However, we do take stands on issues that we have studied. One of the League's important goals is to assist voters in making informed choices at the polls, and thus we bring you tonight's program. Questions for tonight's forums have been selected by a committee of League members from a pool of questions submitted by the community. We are broadcasting from the studios of Community Television Network in Ann Arbor. Our moderator is Miriam Bornstein. Other volunteers from the League of Women Voters are also assisting tonight. Our moderator will explain the process from here. Miriam?
Thank you, Sally, and welcome to our viewers. Shortly you'll be hearing from the 4 candidates for mayor of Ann Arbor. Candidates are seated alphabetically. 2 drawings have determined both the opening and closing order of the speakers. The opening statement will be limited to 1 minute. Closing will be 2 minutes. Answers to questions will be 90 seconds each, with the order of answering rotating forward with each new question. Following our predetermined order, let's begin with the first opening statement. We'll start with Stephen Kunzelman.